friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. Now today, I thought I would show you what I've been up to for a Christmas journal this year. And it's a little golden book. So as you can guess, I took inspiration from Possum Patty over at Just Journaling with Possum Patty. She is like an expert at making these little golden book journals, and I love how she does it. She takes the book apart, removes the paper, builds a spine here, and then, you put your signatures in, and you keep the story intact in the center, and I love how she does that. I'm going to link her info down below. So that way you can do one too, if you would like. And yeah, it was funny. She was showing this book on her channel the other day. And I said, oh, actually she read the story. And I said, oh, I used that book to make my Christmas journal this year, inspired by you. And she said she was thinking about using it as well for her Christmas journal next year. So that's too funny. But it's a great book. And you can pick it up for just a couple bucks on Amazon. It's not much, or you can find it used. But yeah, so head over to her channel for the tutorial because I am no expert at all. This was my first time making a little golden book journal with lots of mistakes. I'll tell you about it. But that's just kind of what happens whenever you delve into something new or even something you've done a bunch of times before. There's just always mistakes that happen and learning that's happening. And usually you can work with it and, just keep going. But every once in a while, there may be a project on a day that nothing's working. And that happened to me. Before I made this journal, I was going to take an Amazon package like I did with my Woodland Christmas journal, which I've showed in a previous video. And I was going to make a similar thing for my Christmas journal this year. But nothing was going right. It was like everything I was doing and gluing, it was just a mess. And the more I tried to fix it, the worse it got until I just looked at it at the end of the day and I threw it in the trash. And I almost never throw anything out. Everything that I do, I try to just save, And I wish I had saved it because I could have shown you. I wish I had saved it just to show you the mistakes that I had made. But the point of that project, I decided, was a learning project. It was a process project. I tried a bunch of different things. They didn't quite work out. So I learned a lot from it. And, if nothing else, I got up here, I did some creating. It may not have gone exactly how I was thinking, but hey, I was still doing something. So I scratched that one and went on to this book. So basically, I just took it apart and put it back together again with a spine. This is just some chipboard that I covered with fabric, and then I used a Mod Podge to harden it. And my signatures are in with elastic bands, just so that way I can take out pages and move them because I wasn't sure if I wanted to add more pages in or not. And yeah, so there's 3 of those. And I didn't have, when I was making the book, I didn't have a fabric that was big enough to go across the whole chipboard plus the covers. All I had were these strips. When you go to the Dollar Tree and you can find those little packs of fabric and there's strips. So I had one of those that was a Christmas or holiday themed. So I used all 3 of them. I have the snowflake one, the gnomes, and then this plaid sort of design. And I put them together, and together they were able to cover this whole section. But it was kind of messy. I think my Mod Podge has gotten a bit old. My Sparkle Mod Podge is fine, but my regular one, the matte Mod Podge, was extra thick and gloopy and weird. So it made kind of a real mess over here and over here where I was gluing these things on. But I decided not to worry, because where it was messy here, I just covered up with some ribbon. So I just put 2 ribbons on the side here. And then I wound up painting and doing some Sparkle Mod Podge on the cover, which of course you don't have to do. But I just wanted the book to look like a little more worn, and I wanted it to look magical, like Santa's bringing the magic. And then I added these little cabochons, these little candy canes, and of course some book corners, which they were brassier, and then I just used a little paint to knock them back a little bit. And then I put sparkle Mod Podge on those as well. I'm not sure if it shows up on camera, but yeah, so I'll show you what I've done so far. And then I thought we could just do a couple pages together, or at least, you know, do some backgrounds together. And before I flip through that, I want to share with you something. So the other day I had shared that my dad had kept this bin of stuff that was mine that I had in like the 80s, and most of it's stationery. So I went through some of that on a flip through Friday last week. And one of the things I saw at the top when I finished that video, and I was like, oh, I should have put this in, was this letter that I wrote to Santa back in the day. And it says, "Dear Santa Claus, I have been very good. I would like for Christmas, please, Odyssey cartridges, video games, stickers, a Walkman, a blackboard, and a globe. I will see you soon. Have a very, 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 very good time and flight. Love, Amy." And I had my full address and last name on there. I don't know if that's because I had thought about sending it away or if I did it at school. I'm not really sure. But either way, I can't believe I have this. And it's so funny because, like, yeah, Odyssey, we did have that. We had the Odyssey 2 video game system. And yeah, I always have loved video games and stickers, music, of course, you know, I got to have my Walkman, blackboard, you know, I always have loved writing and drawing, and a globe. That one threw me for a loop. I didn't expect that one. A globe is like, wow, I don't know. I must have been thinking about world traveling or something. I probably had just watched Indiana Jones and like thought I was also going to travel the world looking for cool archaeological finds. So anyway, just wanted to share that really quick with you. I won't be putting that in this journal because I think I'll save that and put it in with my 80s journal that I want to start, or just childhood journal that I want to start hopefully next year. So let's get into this. I'll show you what I've done. Here I just put December. This little golden book belongs to Amy. I want to put the date in here too, so I have to remember to put 2024 in there. And then I also wrote, "With many thanks to Possum Patty, who showed us how to take a little golden book and transform it into a junk journal." Because I love to let people, you know, let myself know, and other people, anyone who reads this, know like where this came from. Like, this wasn't just my idea, you know, it was inspired by somebody else. And then I glued ribbon on the inside here as well, because that was another messy glue spot there. So that's the great thing. You can just cover up, you know, most of the mistakes and stuff. Oh, and then I just did a little bit of, you know, I put this detail, I just grunged it up on the side here because I wanted it, again, to kind of look like a well-worn book. At the beginning of each signature, I used packaging. I think it's all from, yeah, it's all from Trader Joe's too. So these are the Candy Cane JoJo's, which I thought were a big hit in my house. So the other day, I went to JoJo's. I was so excited. No, I didn't go to JoJo's. I went to Trader Joe's, and I was so excited. I got 2 boxes of these. I was like, oh, these are only in for a little bit. The kids are going to be so happy. I get home, and it turns out like no one likes them but me, I guess. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I got a lot of cookies to eat. So anyway, I just jazzed this up with this Happy Holidays little chipboard there. And then this was a felt star that I just glued on, you know, the edge there to kind of, you know, you can use it to turn the page if you want. Ribbon at the bottom, and then a little of this washi tape, which is a brand new washi tape I just got this year. And I love it because it's all like envelopes and stamps. And you turn the page, and the first page I did was red one because we went to go see that at the theater, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I tried to print it out on a thicker paper, and I'm going to actually reprint and glue over this because look at how much this image has worn there. Like, I'm like, what? So yeah, I'll be printing this again and putting it on top of this image. But yeah, we had a really good time going to see the movie. This is a page that flips down, and then you can see that I just kind of decorated this with some stamping, and I wrote, "We went to go see Red One at the theater and had a blast. How could we resist a movie with both Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans? The movie was funny, and we enjoyed having a new holiday movie to add to the list. It was an action movie with jokes, Krampus, power slap, and an F-bomb. Almost. Plus, we even got a commemorative tin popcorn bucket." And then up here, I decided, because I wrote about a movie at the bottom, I would make this page about a movie. And what I did was take an advent calendar. I have saved these for a couple of years now because I thought these were cool. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do something with this, something with these windows, But I haven't done anything yet. And, I think I have about 5 of them or something at this point. So I ripped off some of those doors and I just put them on here with some washi tape and made these all so you can open them. And I just have 2024 holiday movie list. And for us this year, I have It's a Wonderful Life, Jimmy Stewart. What was that Boston accent? Oh my gosh. Jimmy Stewart, For All Time, Always. That's a low-key joke. Yeah, I put a little sticker on the inside of the flap and a little bit of watercolor. Trying to get those watercolors out because I was watching Allison over at AJ's Inspired Life, and she was talking about how each month she's pulling an item that she wants to use up from her stash. And she has all these different categories and things. So this month was watercolors. And so I'm keeping that in mind as well because I also want to use up, my stuff and remember to take it out and use it. So trying to remember to take my watercolors out and use them on each page. I did use it down here too. I used watercolors to paint the back of this image and, put some gold around the edge. So yeah. So It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, Elf, of course. And you can just see there's different stickers on the back of these. White Christmas, The Year Without a Santa Claus, which was my favorite as a kid. Rudolph was my favorite too, but The Year Without a Santa Claus I really loved because I watched it, I loved it, and then I'm pretty sure it got banned, right? I think it got banned because Heat Miser was too devilly. So anyway, I think it's back now, but it was gone for a while. And Die Hard, which I haven't seen in forever, but I think it would be a really fun movie to watch this year. And then on this side, I glued down this old sheet of music. It says The North Wind. And then I just added some stickers that I put a little of that stamping on, the Distress Oxide on. And then this is just a tag that flips up. There's nothing on the other side yet. And just so you know, a lot of these pages, I'm probably going to keep adding to because I have a hard time getting started in new journals. So I made this journal and I was having a very hard time doing the pages, even though I was excited to start Christmas. So I've just been trying to get something down on the pages. So here we have a collage of all kinds of different things. We've got some wrapping paper. We've got a little tag here with a kitty that flips out. And I covered it with a book page that I had sprayed with some watercolor and the Lindy's Gang sprays there, the Starburst sprays. This is a little piece of ribbon where I just cut out the pine cones. And then, I have some painty paper in the background too. And this angel reminds me of something my grandmother would have had as a decoration in her home. So I really liked that. And then over here, I just have some of this brown craft paper that had some paint on it. I added this greenery to it. That's an image from a magazine. And then we have this little elf character up here hanging out. Some candles lit, painty paper back there. And then I added this fabric flower, and you can still move the petals. So you can see underneath, I had used a stencil with some modeling paste and put it down. I could put some footage in here because I did film that. But yeah, I put the stencil down, I scraped the modeling paste on, and then lifted it up. I'm trying to, remember to use that kind of thing too. I really love the modeling paste, but I can forget to use it. And then I just experimented with using watercolor over it, which I haven't done. Usually if I want to use color with my modeling paste, I just mix it I used acrylic and mix it into the paste. But this time I just did the white paste and did the watercolor over it, and it worked out really well. And it's a nice texture on there. And then you turn the page, and I was up to my old tricks again. I got the modeling paste out again, and a stencil this time of the woods, which you can see in the back. This was a pretzel bag that I've been holding on to for 2 years, I think. And I was like, okay, I'm taking out my stuff, and I'm either going to use it or I'm going to throw it out. And I decided I'll use it, because this house had like blue and white, and it reminded me I had just done this page. So when I looked at this, I was like, well, it does kind of look like that page. And it does have this, you know, see-through spot here. So I could make that so it flips down. You can kind of see the woods through, and then you can flip that part down and you can see the forest. And I'll probably cover this up or do some writing in here, some journaling. That would be a good spot for journaling. And yeah, so that was that. So I did use it up. I threw out the rest of the bag, but I did use this part, which was the best part. Over here, there's a Trader Joe's bag, and I just was wiping off my extra modeling paste that was on the spatula. I just made some snow. And then these are cupcake liners. I put 2 of them just on the edge of the bag there. The bag's open at the top too, so I can tuck something in there. I haven't done that yet. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, so I put 1 cupcake liner on this side, and then there's one on this side as well. So they don't quite mirror each other, but you know, they're just both there. Good explanation, Aim. Thanks, Amy. Okay. And then I have some wrapping paper I just put here. Again, that's just kind of starting this space. This I haven't done anything to. This is just a piece of super cute wrapping paper that I included in there. I don't want to cover up the whole thing, but I will add something here. And actually, I just thought of something I have that has a little bear design that would look really cute on here, so I'll get that out after. So yeah, nothing here. Now, this was a little funky. Last year, I got the kids this big chocolate coin. They each got one of these huge chocolate coins from Trader Joe's, and I saved the wrapper. And I decided I would glue it onto this page, which I did, but it's just kind of like this weird, big, bulky thing. I don't know what I was doing. I just glued it down. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this page. I already had the painty paper as background. Now I've got this coin. This is a random piece there. Just an image here I thought matched, and a little scrap of gold wrapping paper there because I'm trying to tie in the gold. We've got some golden deer up here. So yeah, I don't really have like themes or anything yet. I mean, a little bit though. As I say that, I come to this page, which is clearly, you know, going with a sleigh bells and reindeer sort of theme. So yeah, I covered the back of both of these pages with this tissue. And then I just added this reindeer tag here. I like having the little index kind of tabs hanging off. And I found Sleigh Bells Ring, which was on the same image as this reindeer. And then Jingle Till You Tingle. That was not on here. I think that was probably from a paper store catalog. So I put that in there. And then on this page, we have some things coming out of the pocket. But this is, again, that painty paper. I added some gnomes. This is from a napkin. And then I had this little lace doily I glued in. It's probably going to rip, though. So I probably should have put like a backing on there, but I didn't. And then a little piece of tissue there, which continues over here. There's some more of that paper. And then a ribbon down at the bottom. And then in this little tuck spot, I just put some random things I had, like some directions for making cocoa, because I thought that was really cute. And again, it's not decorated on the back yet. So, you know, I could either write on the back or decorate it. So I'm just tucking things in there. And then these Starbucks gift cards. I love to collect gift cards. They're just really cute. So I've got Deck the Paws. And from Barnes & Noble, I have Merry Christmas. And this is from The Grinch. So I got those in there for now. And then this page, it's kind of funny how you can just sort of come up with a theme. So like I glued this down first, which is like holly and some greenery. And then I found this paper and I was like, well, that kind of goes with it. And then I found these pine cones and I was like, well, that kind of goes with it too. And then I found this little image of a fox running through the woods, and I just loved how that looked too. So sometimes the hardest part is just getting started on a page. But once you glue down one thing or two things, you can start to, if you want to, you can start to try to find other things with like a similar theme, you know, if you want to. And of course, you can just do it randomly too. I like to do both. Like this one's just random. This was just a page I covered with this tissue. And then I tried to put this piece of vellum over it, but you can see how it was not, I wouldn't say that was successful. Looks kind of messy. You can't even really read the Merry Christmas there, but you know, again, sometimes it's just experimenting. This was a tag that came on some clothing. I just really liked it. And then over here, this page looked like this. It was like a coloring sheet, and I covered it with 3 different kinds of paper that have blue. So we have, of course, Buddy the Elf. We have a little penguin paper here and there. And then there was like an outer space paper with like rocket ships and a UFO, a planet, and the reindeer with a helmet on. So put that there. And then here's another page, just the painty paper. And then I just added a little home there and a little tree there. And then over here, this is just my digital paper. I used a page for my digital kit. This was a free kit that I put on my Patreon page. You can still get it. They're just downloads. You can download and print them out and use them, but I had printed out extra copies. So I threw one in here. This page I just started. So I put down the koala wrapping paper, and this was the cupcake wrap kit. This is what the gingerbread, these little gingerbread cupcake wrappers came in. And I saved this. I thought I could decorate something there, put some washi there, and do something, you know, a little belly band, as they say. And then that's the end of that. This is bending a lot, so I want to reinforce it. I guess on this side, try to put something there to keep it so it doesn't fold so much. And then we finally get to the center, gingerbread people, and I like that it has this cutout, and you can see the story. And then I just put this tag on here. Again, it's kind of like an index tag, so I could put like, you know, here's where the story is. And then here's the story, intact in the center. I may go in and do something on the edges. Right now, I'm not planning on it, but I mean, you never know. And then after that story, you have the last signature, which I used a Trader Joe's gingerbread cake mix cover. And then I just glued this random tag on. And I don't think I've done anything. That's, again, another page from the digital kit that I had for free. This is some Christmas paper that has like coloring and games. Wrapping paper. Okay, I stuck this little snowman down. That's just painty paper, and then the other side. So yeah, I haven't done anything yet. And the back, I've just grunged it up. I didn't put any ribbon there or anything like that. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. The back cover, I just messed it up like I did in the front. And I'll probably put something here and maybe cover up like the pokey little puppy, or, you know, the ones that aren't like Christmassy, and just keep the Christmassy ones. So that's where I'm at. So let's make a couple pages while we're hanging out together and see what we can do. All right, so one thing I noticed is that I have this music page, and when I looked at the back of this particular advent calendar, it has a whole thing on the back about musicians, guitar players. It's got the singing reindeer and puffins, and it has the names of different musical artists on the back. And there's an electric guitar, Connect the Dots. And then it says, music has been connected to the holidays for generations. It connects us and brings joy. The guitar, in many iterations, is used in all genres of music and in all countries. Think of the Mexican Guarana Jarocha. I don't know if that's right. The South American charango, the Hawaiian steel guitar, the chitara italiana, the Greek bouzouki, or the Japanese shamisen, which are all string instruments. Isn't it interesting how different cultures have similarities? Many vocalists play guitar. See if you can find the name of 24 guitar players below and start a game with your family during the holiday gathering to see how many guitarists you can name as a group. And if they are also vocalists, the songs they have created. Can you name a song title from a stanza? Maybe just one line of lyrics? How about 3 notes? All right, so you've got a new holiday game, and I'll give you, let's see. Can you see everybody? I think you can do a screenshot there if you want to play along and find the 24 guitar players below. I mean, they're just right here, though. They're not really hiding, right? Unless there's someone in here that's not a guitar player. Oh, Slash, Prince, Joan Jett. We got some good ones. All right. So I'm going to cut this out and add it to my music page. So let's take this apart, and then we'll do some cutting. And that will at least use up one of these advent calendars, which would be good. You know, I had thought about saving these, you know, the where the chocolates go inside the advent calendar. I was like, can you use these on a gel plate? But I don't think they would work because they're not like flat enough. You'd get probably some weird patterns. I don't know. Has anyone tried that? Probably. So let me know. Do you think I should try that on the gel plate, or do you think it won't work? I think it would just not really come out. I don't know. I haven't used my gel plate in a long time. Okay, so I now have this part cut out, and I'm thinking, of course it's too big to put this way unless I folded it in, like I could do like one fold, two fold, and have it almost like a door you would open, and I could have it attached to the bottom, and then I could just decorate the back with something. Or I could put it this way and just not worry about it poking out the top, or I could fold it in half and tuck it like in front of it like this, and you could still take it out and, you know, do the game and stuff. So I'm thinking about that. Maybe I'll cut this out first and see how it fits on here, and that might help me decide what to do. So let me cut that out. Okay, so I've cut out what I wanted. I have that, which I showed you. Now I have the guitar as well. I have the info and a couple of these little squiggly guys, just in case. I like this pattern. So I was wondering how this would fit on the back. I think it would, it does kind of bubble out there. Because I was thinking if I folded it in half there and there, I might be able to do like a doorway. And then I have this, which I think would look really cute, like tucked right there. I think I like that a lot right there. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that as a little flip. Put a little there. But we do have this flip on the other side. So I could do it like that, but let me cut this here. So that way, that one can still flip. And then we'll just do this. I didn't really want to cover up this ribbon, but that's okay. No big deal. I have more of the ribbon anyway. All right, so we did that on that side. And then I'll just do the same on this side. Put one at the top and one at the bottom. And again, I will most likely be doing something here. Probably should decorate it before attaching it, but, you know, I like to make things more complicated for myself. A challenge, right? All right, so we have our guitar in there with our music sort of page. Now, this guy, or here we go, this one, let's see. I think I might just fold it and put it in this way. Let's see. And then you can still take it out and you can play the game. And it gives me like, let me get my bone folder here. Because then you can still do the game and everything. But, yeah, and you can see the reindeer singing. So I think I'll include this as part of the signature here. And you can go like 1, 2, right? And on the inside, I could put this here. I could paint the inside of this first and then glue this down. So let's get some paint on here just to have something. Okay, I did spray on this side, and I thought, let's just spray this too. let's just have some fun. Get out some sprays, Starburst sprays. I don't know what color this is. Does it say? Oh, it does. Ponderosa Pines Olive. Looks like it's exploded in there. All right. This is a great way to just quickly cover this up. Now, should I cover this page so I don't get anything on it? Yes. I mean, honestly, I should be doing this, right? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you. Thank you for thank you for telling me to spray it like this. That's good advice. All right. So let's get some on both sides, because why do one side when you could just do both? Could have done this with the guitar too if I had been thinking straight. Oh, ooh, that's kind of orangey. Yeah, that's orangey. That must have been part of the fall colors. Let's try, I have one that's like Rudolph or something. I know it'll turn brown because I have the green on there. What's this one? Mystic Malachite? That sounds cool. Well, that's like a brown one. Malachite's green. Let's try to brown up this orange over here maybe. I love putting this craft paper as the background so it can catch all the spray and all the good stuff. Is this the Rudolph one? Nope, this is Alpine Ice Rose. I know it'll make brown, but it's pretty though. And when this dries, it's like shiny. Yeah, that looks way too orangey over there. I'll dry it and then maybe I'll do another round. All right, so here's how it dried. And it is a bit orangey, but I kind of like it. Now that it's dry, I feel like it toned down. It just kind of looks like vintage, right? Works for me. So the next thing I'm going to do is glue this in here, but I realize like this blue kind of looks like a lot against this background. I feel like for me, the blue is like a little too much, but I did find this little tag, and I think if I stick that there, it'll kind of like tie in the green and blue together. And I also found this sticky notepad. So I'm thinking maybe I can cut this out and put it up here. And Schroeder, right? Is that right? I'm like blanking out on his name. So let me grab, let me see, I want to also get my stamp pad here because I think I'll go around the edges and just kind of get some green on there a little bit. I don't have a green distress oxide, so I'm just using my stamp pad. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm doing a music, actually I'm gonna put it on here too. It's kind of funny. I'm doing a music page. I actually have a music page that I will be posting tomorrow that I did as part of the winter journal challenge. And that will be tomorrow's video. And it will be in my Woodland Christmas journal. So that's already done and ready to go. So you can tune in to that tomorrow if you're interested and find out more about the Winter Journal Challenge, which everyone can take part in. It's hosted by Kia at Kia Creates. And one of the prompts was Sounds of the Season, or is Sounds of the Season. So yeah, if you're feeling festive, if you have favorite songs this time of year, whatever you're celebrating, then maybe you want to make a page about that. All right, so let's glue this stuff in. I got these Doris glue sticks because they were on sale. It was like a pack of, I think 12 or so. And I don't love them so far. I feel like they don't stick as well as I would like. But maybe I just have to use more than I'm used to. Let's cut something out from here. These notes don't really rip off well. This sticky pad, it's like when you go to rip it off, they're really stuck and it always winds up ripping the page underneath. Now, what can we get here? What can we fit on this page? I just was going to try to get this, but that's probably too big unless I cut it apart a little bit. So I can do, oh, even when I cut it apart, it's too big. I mean, I can put him up there, and I can make it work. There we go. Perfect. Perfectly imperfect. No, but that's good because now we're including some of this blue-green scheme, which I feel like that helps kind of match the background a little bit more. And what are we going to do on that side? We can do whatever we want. I don't know. I'm not going to do that side today. And then this I'm going to pop right there. And I'll use a little dab of my glue stick. Oh, I got a dried blob fell down from it. Here we go. And then we'll just do that. Okay. Let that dry for a second. And then we'll put that back in our book. So that's pretty good. Oh, we got a glue stick string. Got to move that. It is amazing how fast this desk gets messy. Oh my gosh, it's so fast. Oh, and see, this side has this on there, which I don't want to see. Oh, actually, I could glue that on that side. Let's do that. And I can either trim this, I can trim that to match the circle there, which I think I will do. Yeah, let's do that. Should you have done that before you glued the whole thing, Amy? Yes, but you know, this is what happens when you're just doing things on the fly. You don't have a plan going into it. All right. Now the only thing is there is like a strip right there. Can you see that little like crack right there? I don't like the looks of that. So what do? Do I cover it with another little strip? Maybe. Let's see. Let's cut this out. I could do like that. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm using a glue gun because I'm afraid my glue stick won't be strong enough to like hold this on the way I want it to. You could stick a little like rhinestone on there, a little decoration on there. I wish I had like a little bit of lace or something like that. That would look really nice. All right. So I think that that's all done for now. And then I can add like some music notes in here. You know, the pages are never actually done. I just mean that's pretty good for today. What's this little piece hanging out? Can I trim that? Oh yeah, I can trim that. Okay. There we go. There's a piece there too, but that stays. All right, let's get that back in the book. Okay, so I had to trim this a little bit because it was actually so long I forgot I needed to close this, even though I just did it. So now you can close this, and it can almost go in that little seam right there. Then you can close that, and we have ourselves a little page there. Now I think I'm also going to glue this on here, this little Santa stamp from last year, just because, just for fun. The way this is ripped, you can like open it like a little backwards card. Now I kind of want to leave it. I'm going to glue the back of it, and then you can open it, and I'll find something little to stick in there at some point. All right, now the other thing I got out was I had these little bear, I think they're little, it says sheets. I guess they're little sheets that you can, it says Deco Seal. Are these stickers? Okay, well, we'll open that up and look. I think I have cards with that bear as well. But I was thinking they go really nice with this little Santa bear. Same like color scheme and everything. So I don't know how these will show up. Let's see. Now this little bear is so cute, but that like matches so good you may not even see it. Let's see what we have for choices here. We've got that cute little bear. We have, oh, look at these little guys. Happy bears having their hot cocoa drinks or whatever. That would look great. And snacks. So maybe I'll put the bears with their snacks on here. I could put these ones over here. The ones that kind of don't show up too well. I could put those over there with some pictures of snacks or something. Oh yeah, and then there's this one too. This one I could cut, or I could leave as is, and I could put that. I could put those around here somewhere. I have a picture of some candies, but that's not quite what we're going for in here. I want to have like cocos or something to go with this. So see, now sometimes just looking at one image, you can be like, well, I want to find some other stuff. So let me go have a little quick peek and see if I can find some cocoa stuff to go with that. Okay, I went looking and I found this little cup that says bear with a cute little bear. I actually thought that was a cat at first, so that was helpful. It said bear. And then I found this little pack of hedgie papers that has a little tea set. And here's a little cup of tea. So I could do a little cup of tea. So let's see how these cuties look on here. Have a little cozy time. All right, so let's glue some of this stuff on here. Do we want to put a paper behind this? What do I have? Something to kind of make it stand out. I have, okay, that's really cute with the bear. Maybe I could put that over here. Oh, I want to make like a whole bear setup now. Well, I could do a little of this blue and green. Let me try the green and see. Little piece of origami paper. I'm going to make a pocket on this side, I think, for the tea kettle to tuck into. And I could stick those guys there, or I could put the pocket up there. I think I put the pocket at the bottom. So let's do that. Let me just trim this a little. Where the heck did I put my scissors? Oh, here they are. We might want the Merry Christmas, though. So let me just cut this part off here. And then we'll stick it down. And we've been hanging out for a long time together today, and I love that. This is a longer video, so if you're still here, thank you so much for hanging out. This is more like a video when I'm doing things in real time. I've made some edits, of course, and stuff, but like it's a little bit, you know, longer because you're with me as I'm thinking about stuff instead of just seeing everything when it's all done. So in the beginning, you got to see some pages already done. Then we get to hang out while we make some together. And I put this little cup up there. Let's see. Maybe like right there. And then over here, I do like this green paper being in the background. So let's go with that. It's funny, I don't think of yellow as being like, you know, a particularly Christmassy color. But now we have the yellow paper here, and the yellow here, and the yellow here. So it's funny how you can just kind of pull together a little collection like that. Oh no, is this my, oh, this thing's making everything lumpy. Lumpy. I should take that out probably when I'm working on it. Oh yeah, I was thinking of putting these sweets over here. Now I think this is a sticker. It is. Is it like a see-through though? Kind of. I'll put it like right there. Yeah, it is a little bit see-through. Which is fine, but sometimes those look better on like a white background so you can see everything. Because like this wrapping paper, for example, you can kind of see that through a little bit there. Which makes me think this might look strange on there. So maybe what I'll do is actually like tape that on instead of, or glue it on instead of taking it off the backing. Because I think if I take it off the backing and try to put it on here, all you'll see is this pattern through it. And that might look bizarre. So I'll put some glue on the back of this. And put this guy, I was going to put him there so you could read the Merry Christmas. And you got to be able to see the bear. I really should have taken this page out, or taken this page out. kind of silly. Trying to do it with that big lumpy thing in there. And then I have this too, which I think I'll do the same thing. I'm just going to glue that on instead of using it as a sticker. But if I use these in like my Hobonichi or something like that, or on a white page, then I would definitely take the backing off. But I just don't want to, I don't want to like put it on here and then all you can see are like these dots coming through and stuff. I just want to be able to see the cute little bears. All right, now this little bear cup, I'm thinking I'll just put like that. This is lifting up, so I think I'm trying to use the glue stick, but I may actually put like a strip of double-sided tape back there. And I'll peel the back of the double-sided tape really slowly, just for you, Care. Just kidding. And then we'll put this right. Oh, I don't want to cover up a little bear face. Let's put it. I want to kind of combine the images. There we go. So now it's connecting all of that. Now I do have these. We could try these and see how they turn out when you take the backing off. Maybe this red one. These are really cute. Now I think the nice thing is, see how it's like a scalloped edge on these? I think because you can see through them, they'll blend in with the paper, so you don't have to worry about fussy cutting this scalloped edge perfectly. Let's experiment. I will not cut it perfectly. Let's be honest. I wouldn't have cut it perfectly anyway. And we'll stick it on here and we'll see. That looks good. Let's do some other ones for fun. And I like that you don't have to fussy cut. I mean, I know you can see a little bit of the edge of the sticker, but that doesn't bother me. It's not like bright white, you know, it's still like translucent. All right, so let's see. This one, I feel like it should go here with those guys. Should I stick one over here? I'll put the bear over there. Then that way we've got a bear on both pages. A little bear sat right there. Right there? I think that would be cute because then you can see it. There we go. This paper's lifting up. We've got a little glue on there. And I have one left. So let's just use up this whole thing. And I think I still have another sheet anyway. So actually, I just realized that there's also this sheet with all these little mugs. How cute is that? So I have this one. We'll put this one over here. Little cafe scene. And do we want to put a mug? I think I'm going to leave it for now. Well, as I say that, oh look, we have the little like tea kettle again. I could put the tea kettle on this side, and then we've got everything on both sides. But for some reason I feel like I'm going to stop there for today. I'm feeling good about this. I might add more to it later, but I think for today we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I know this was a long video and I love that we were hanging out. Let me know if you were working on something as well. I'd love to know if you're creating in a journal or what you're up to. Always great to spend this time with you. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you again soon.